Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NBA's Fantasy Fast Break. Today, we're going to be talking about sleepers. Those players that might be being underestimated, but that I believe will have great seasons. And first off, we have Kevin Porter Jr. And being part of 89% of teams in Yahoo, and being drafted at an average of the 83rd position, we could hardly call him an underestimated player. But those numbers weren't like that. They have been building up over the last several weeks, and with good reason. Remember that an agreement was reached with John Wall that he will not play this season, which is the equivalent of management handing him over the keys to the team. And this is a player that had 50 and 40-point games, along with 10 assists, by the end of the season. Having said that, his potential ineffectiveness in both field goal percentages and turnovers make him more of a target for points leagues. Keep a close eye on him, though. Remember that Cleveland got rid of him after a strong altercation took place because they changed the position of his locker, which makes him a great candidate to lose his mind at any moment. Watch out that you're gonna break something there. I don't know what's with all the violence. Another player to pay attention to is Grayson Allen, now with the Milwaukee Bucks. And last season he finished it with the Memphis Grizzlies and had some good games, scoring 20 points, having good steals, but a concussion and COVID derailed the end of his season. Now Milwaukee brings him to fill the void left by the ex-Pirate of Quebradillas, PJ Tucker. Don't fool yourself though, the guy is a piggy. But this is fantasy, so that's not really a relevant factor. When you get a chance though, go and check out all the videos of the dirty plays of this guy, because nobody move. I'm okay. And another player to keep your eyes on is Eric Bledsoe, whom with the Suns and Clippers was a star, but with the Bucks and the Pelicans, his career went down the toilet. Which has a lot of people leaving him for dead, to put it one way. But if you don't believe in miracles, I think it's time you start believing, because I predict that this man will revive his career now that he's back with the Clippers and with Kawhi Leonard out of the picture.
What the hell? Oh! What? That fire! Fire! That boy Rose on the bed. Let go! Fire! 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 Look at the Bible! It ain't Bible! Oh, look at that move! Look at that move! Bible! Let go! Fire! I bet you won't! I bet you won't! I bet that boy move! Rodeo! Rodeo! I bet you won't! Look at that move! I bet you won't! 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 Fire! Fire! I bet you won't! That boy came off the bed! What the hell did you do? What the hell did you do?
And for your consideration, we continue with someone in the Thunder. Yes, someone. And it's that beyond Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, this team is filled with players that you put them all in a blender and you don't get one full player. At least not from a fantasy perspective. But the game must go on and someone must score the ball and grab the rebounds. So in order to do this as fair as possible, we're gonna bring the super revolving drum. And we're gonna go by what it says. And the choices are Lugens Dort, Darius Baisley, Alexei Pokachevsky, Isaiah Roby, and Josh Giddey. And let's see what it says. Josh Giddey. And Giddey, being a rookie, obviously is going to be in his first season. But we've seen the other candidates, and their game just doesn't translate to fantasy. And so that, combined with the level of opportunity that is going to be available, and above all, what the drum said, I believe that Giddey is going to be the candidate to own and select in drafts. And we also have Dwight Powell, a player who, after tearing his Achilles, it hasn't quite been the same for him. However, keep in mind that before this all happened, he showed good chemistry with Luka in the pick and roll, and he averaged nearly 60% in his field goals, something he showed flashes of at times during last season, like there's still something left in the tank. With the new coach Jason Kidd naming him the starting center and having enough time to heal from his injury, I think there's a good chance that he performs well. Dallas needs a center because Porzingis has proven he's not up to the task, and it might still be fresh in your minds what happened in the playoffs against the Clippers, where Porzingis was basically the equivalent of one of those orange drums they put on the street. Among the limited options that Dallas has at the position, I think the one that makes the most sense on paper and probability of succeeding is Powell. And that's the only reason why I'm talking about these players.
Nowitzki, was für eine wunderbare Szene. So, und jetzt probieren wir sensationell.
Well, and that's all for another edition of the NBA's Fast Break. Thank you for... What happened? What? Is this official? Yes? Okay, well, put it down there then. Put it down there. Red alert. Red alert. We just got the news. Kyrie Irving, the Nets told him that they're not going to invest anymore in a part-time player and that he should not report to the team. And also, Ben Simmons. He's in Philadelphia. Ben Simmons will be reporting with the team. And Kyrie Irving already came out and made some expressions, and he's saying that he will not retire, but that he's strong in his beliefs. And so here we're at an impasse, because unless something changes and the COVID disappears magically, I don't see him playing a single game this season. And as I had advised you to stay away, the guy is toxic, and here we see the results of that. And on the other hand, it looks like Ben Simmons will play with the team. He has gone through the required tests, he's with them, and after the soap opera and playing the victim, it looks like ultimately he's going to be back. And I had also advised you about him to choose him with confidence. I have him in a few teams myself, so I'm pretty happy overall with this whole situation. Well, and now for real, right? There's no more news, nothing else. Okay, well, now for real, that's been all for this intense episode of the NBA's Fantasy Fast Break. Thank you as always for tuning in. If you had a good time, if you enjoyed it, hit like, hit subscribe, share this video, and let me know in the comments who are those sleepers that you have for this season. That's been all for today. Thank you. We'll see you next week with the official start of the season. Take care, everyone.